Okay, welcome everyone. So before we start, I would like to ask if you have any question. Meanwhile, Abdurrahman, is he here? Abdul, please unmute your mic.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
You
Fully
are here.
ready.
This your this your design of Figma. Eh? Who will use this thing? If your get started, it's upside down. Abdul, what happened?
Actually,
What?
when you were doing this, I was cut off yesterday.
Eh,
So I had to just come back and do it quickly before things landed up. That's why it's
okay,
not like
that's
that.
why. That's why I decided to flip the entire design.
I did
Yeah,
not even notice this.
while I do. Anyway, we always do videos, and like I said, always make sure you ask questions. So you have to make sure you pay attention to details. Okay. Khadija's design, they are one-sided, but let me help her arrange it. Okay. Uh, okay. Is it okay? I can see this is from Daniel. Daniel. Okay, Daniel, this your font is it not too thick? We can add stroke to it, no stroke there. And I think the color, okay, let's do that. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to be teaching you guys this Figma based on as a Webflow, as a developer, not really, so you don't need to overdo things, okay? But it's important to understand things. Now, today I'm going to be showing you where you can get uh, web design inspirations and also assets. Like I said, you are a developer, not a designer. So, in case you are approached by someone to design a website, your approach is going to be a little bit different. You are going to be a little bit faster because you are more focused on the design than the development than the design. But often you'll be handed over a design in Figma, and today we are also going to take a look at some important things to note. Because from Tuesday now, from Wednesday, on Monday, I'll be dropping the brief of what we are designing, and on Tuesday, we start that design. But I don't want us to come on Figma and we are confused. Okay, so that's the essence of this particular week's training. So whenever you are designing, you might want inspirations. Okay, so you can always write these things down. So you might want inspiration on where to get ideas on how to design a website. Okay, so one of the places you are likely going to go to is called mobbing.com. Okay, mobbing.com. I've pasted this. Okay, so we're just going to call it design inspirations, mobbing.com. Now, I hope you guys are on Google Meet so that we can take a look at it together. So once you're on mobbing.com, you want to make sure you are on web. Okay, you want to make sure you are on web. Now, when you're on web, you can choose different types of category. For me now, I'm going to choose, let's just choose something like business, okay? Let's choose something like business, and it's going to sort it. Now, these are live websites, okay? But it can help with inspirations. So on this business now, you can get some inspirations. Any one of them you open, you can see all the screens, right? Let me scroll down. Let's take a look at something here. Okay, so let's open up this particular one. So I can click on it to open this particular one. This, like I said, this is where you get inspiration, but there's plenty, but this is just one. Okay, so this is an ad. Okay, so these are different parts of the what websites. Okay, so you can get inspirations from here, although sometimes they want you to go pro in order to get more information. Now, another place you could go to is awards. Okay, you can go to awards. In fact, on awards, you can even look for websites that were specifically built with Webflow. Okay, so you can look for, let's take a look at this recent website. Okay, you can go through the collections or directory, but you can see different websites for inspirations. Okay, here you can get inspiration on just not just design, but also what's it called? But also animations and interactions. Okay, so it's important we know all these things uh, so that we can easily do our designs faster. Now, let's say I pick this, I'm trying to look for something. Okay, let's say I pick this design, for instance. Let's go to this website. Okay, let's go to this website. Oops, it's not there. It's not there. Okay. Let's go to collections and then let's see collection, inspiration. You can actually search, but I'm just trying to see if we can see another design. Let's go to directory collections. Let's explore. Let's explore different collections. So aside doing this, you can still do your normal Google search. Maybe if you are to work on a real estate website, you can just do a Google search of real estate websites, right? But some of these websites, they give you like some of the best designs out there. Not all the time, but you can get them easier here. Um, so yeah, this is like a contact us page, product page, error 404 page. So if you're trying to design error 404 page, you can check this out here. And here you have team and about page. So under team and about page, if you're trying to design a team and about page, this is project page. This is like games, animations, video and audio player, e-commerce, HTML5. I just want you guys to take note of all these things. So if I go to team and about page, I'm going to see different inspiration of how different people designed their team and about page. And anyone you like, you can see this style here, where you have this team and about page. You can also see this style here. You can see this style, okay? You can see this style as well here. So these are different ways you could design your team and about page. And by the time you choose maybe something around here and you create it out, okay, let me use this one because this one is quite simple at our level. We can easily do it. So we also have all these ones. We also have all these ones. So this team and about page is taking us to the website. Okay, let's go to where is their team and about page. Um, I'm looking for the team. Okay, people. It should be under people. Okay, so you can see the team and about page. So in case you want to design something like you can see all the interactions, you can see it's only when you hover that the image, there's a secondary image there, and then it curves. Okay, so you can see different inspirations. Now we are going to take a look at how do you create, if you want to recreate this design now on Figma, how do you do this? Okay, now note that anytime you are designing, since you are a developer, you want to leave all the interactions. Okay, just do the design. When you get to your when you get to Webflow, you can then do the interaction there. Okay, and I'm sure you can actually do something like this on Webflow. We've covered something like this. So you have your designs, right? You have your design. This is like a div. You have a parent div holding these guys. Then you have all your designs and elements. Then you go to your class, right? When you go to your class, you switch the state to hover. When you switch the state to hover, you can increase the image, okay? Increase the image size so it zooms out, then curve the edges. Then the line here, you increase the line here and activate the visibility of the LinkedIn icon. Okay, that's basically what's happening here. You zoom in, this is the main original design, that's your standard design. Then you go and add your combo class and you activate the state for your class and then change the properties. So even as this thing is, you can now go ahead and convert it to a component, duplicate it, and switch the elements so that you can now easily have as many as possible. I get it. So I just explained how you could achieve this. So with Webflow, it's a little bit of just using those basic things we learn and then being creative a little bit with it. Okay. So yeah, and this website, I'm sure it was done on Webflow. It's giving everything Webflow, giving Webflow. So yeah, so that's how you get inspiration. Like I said, you can see Google, and then you can also get inspiration from these other websites. Okay, you can come to mobile, you can go to awards. Now, these are not the only sites for inspiration. You can even check out Behance. Okay, you can even check out Behance.net. Okay, you can check out Behance.net. Let me share it again. Behance.net. Okay, but on Behance, you are going to see lot and lot of things. Okay, so what you want to do on Behance is to probably search. You can search for, maybe if it's a real estate website, you can search for real estate websites. Okay. You can search for real estate websites. And you are going to see different inspirations. So you can see different inspirations, something people have done. You can, like, I can say, let's open up this one. Okay. And okay, so we can see the design for this particular one. So all these things, you can use them as an inspiration for your own design. Okay, but like I said, it's just for you to practice. You don't know where you'll be working. You might, your first job, they might require you to also do the design, so you should be able to do that. Okay, so that's why I'm trying to show you guys all these things so that you don't have so many questions when you get to an interview. You should know how to do some basic things on Figma. And the next one I want to show you guys is, if you take a look at all these designs, one thing they have in common is that aside the typographies, they have, aside the typography and color, you have other type of assets, things like pictures, okay? Things like pictures. You can see on this design, you have pictures, you have pictures. Now, in some cases, like this on this about page, okay, on this particular website, the website themselves might, the business themselves might provide you with pictures, okay. But in most cases, okay, like this one, they will give you the pictures, which is fine. But in most cases, in some of the design, you might notice that you might want to use stock images, okay. You might want to use stock images and not necessarily a picture that they own in terms of background and the rest. So one of the places to get pictures is on Splash, okay, on Splash. So you have on Splash and you have Free Pick. You have on Splash and Free Pick. So this is getting pictures, okay? Make sure, someone should help me make sure you copy these things and paste in the group. Arrange them well. Getting photos, okay? The first set is inspirations. This second set that I'm posting now is for images. So in case you are looking for any image for your background, you can come here and search for that image and then use the image. Any image you are looking for, you are likely to find it here. You can also go ahead and check on Free Pick. So you have to create accounts. Okay, if they have money, you can check out other stock photo websites. So here you can also get images as well. But the beautiful thing about 2020, selling in 2024 is you don't necessarily have to use an image. Okay, so in case you are looking for an image and you can't find it here, the good thing is on sites like FreePic, you can actually use their one of their AI image generator. Okay, so if I click here, I have the AI image generator. Okay, all I need to do is to tell the AI the kind of image I want. Okay, so let's say I'm designing a website and it's for a real estate building. I can just type in based on the I need to know the description of the house. I can say a 5 bedroom um detached duplex, a 5 bedroom modern style detached duplex. Okay, detached duplex with large uh, car park or anything. So I can go ahead and generate. And in just some few minutes, this is going to generate images for me. I forgot. They want me to sign up. They want me to sign in. Um, Let me just try it out here. So let me just try it out here so that you can actually see it in action. Okay. So you can see it has generated these images for us on the fly. So we can use this. We can even come here. Right now it's on square. We can change this to, let's say we want to use it for the hero section. We can use this 16:9. Okay, generate. So it gives us the wide ones. So we can use this on our image. So if you check these images, if you check this image, for instance, it is not that sharp. What you can do is you select it and you click on what? Upscale. Okay, so you can upscale this image by simply saying, okay, let it upscale, and you go ahead and click on upscale. What it's going to do now, it is going to try to increase the resolution of this image. Now I'm showing you guys this thing so that it will be easier for you to, know the tools that can help you design better. Okay, so this is the one we use for image generation. In case the client doesn't have image, don't forget you can generate anything. But aside that, you can always check out on Splash, or you check out the main site itself. So I'm just waiting for it to upscale. So immediately after this, we'll be heading to Figma to still practice and do some design so that we get used to designing on Figma. Okay. Okay, so you can see before. Now let's take a look at after. You can see it has made this image a little bit sharper, right? Now you can go ahead and export this image and then bring it into Figma. How do you bring an image into Figma? You can just copy. Let me go ahead and download this, for instance. Let me go ahead and download this. Oops. Let me download the web version. YHD is not needed. Now you can actually open your media and copy the image. Okay, you can just copy the image, then come back to Figma and then you paste. Okay, you paste. There you go. You have your image right inside Figma. But the amazing thing about Figma is sometimes you might not even need to go all the way. Okay, you might not need to go to those websites. Here on Figma, there is something called plugin. Okay, so here on Figma, there is something called plugin. So in case you want to do anything at all, you can easily come in here and go to a plugin. And under this plugin, you click on manage plugin, and that will be the first practical we are going to be doing today. So we'll learn how to use plugin and then come up with different things. So everyone, let's come to Figma now. Okay, everyone meet me on Figma. Okay, so once you're on Figma, I want you to get another frame. I want you to get another frame, get a new frame, place it on under your old frame. Remember, you click on frame and then you go to desktop and choose the size for desktop. Okay, do that and change it to your name. Okay, Place it exactly under your first frame. Place it exactly under your previous frame, okay? Okay. Place it exactly under your previous frame. Daniel, why are you drawing that small frame? Pick the frame, go to the frame panel and choose desktop. You only draw out the frame if you are looking for a custom size, okay? If you want to size the frame yourself, that's when you draw it out like that. If you're having challenge, unmute your mic and ask questions. If you're having challenge with getting the frame, ask question. Does anyone have challenge with getting the frame? Am I offline or you who are the ones offline? Nothing is updating on Figma. I can only see Kizito, but I can see Ayodele, I can see Daniel. Daniel, why haven't you added the frame? Daniel, what's the challenge? Daniel, are you on Google Meet?
Yes, sir. Yes, I am.
So why can't you ask question? You are doing the wrong thing. Why can't you ask question?
I went offline before. The network was not very good.
To get the frame, pick the frame tool, then go to where you have frames and choose desktop. Then you have your frame. You are not drawing it out. You only draw it out if you are looking for a custom size. What you want to do is to use an already existing size. So select the frame. On the right hand side, you are going to see where you can choose the frame size you want. Then look for the place where they say desktop. Then open it up and select desktop. Now move it under. Now change the name. I'm still waiting for everyone. I don't know why we're not here. Who else is here? I have
Sorry, sir. How can I zoom out my page because it's very big here?
you can use your scroll bar and zoom backwards. It will go back. If you zoom in, it will come in. Okay. Did it work?
It doesn't work. Oh.
Are you using a mouse?
Yes, I'm using a mouse.
Come to Google Meet. Let me show you.
Okay.
So depending on what you want to zoom in, like if I want to zoom in on this image now, right? If I want to zoom in on this image, are you seeing it?
Yes, I can see it.
I'll just go close to that image. I can hold down my control key, then zoom.
Okay.
Now, if it is that is the image that is wide like this, and I want to go backward, I'll just hold down my control key and scroll backward.
I've done it.
Okay, did it work?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So that's how we learn. Okay, so get the page and change it to your name. Okay, change it to your name. Make sure you change it to your name. So I want us to be a little bit faster. I want us to be a little bit faster. Okay, so let's go ahead and see how to add a background image to this. Like I said, you might not want to go to those websites direct, but you could want to, like, get the images directly right here on Figma. So what you want to do is, anytime you want to use a plugin, you must select the element on which you want to apply the effects to. So in this case, we want to add a picture to this particular frame. Okay, we want to add a picture to this particular frame. And how do we do that? We select the frame. So everyone, select the frame, select that frame that you've added, select the frame. Okay, are we all there? Select the frame. Once you've selected the frame, you want to go to that Figma icon at the top left. You want to go to that Figma icon at the top left. Then you scroll down to plugins. You scroll down to plugins. Now for your own, it might be empty, but if you've been using Figma, you might see some plugins there. I want you to click on manage plugins. Okay. If you click on manage plugins, it's going to launch the plugin dialog box. So it's going to launch the plugin dialog box where it says search all plugins. So for our image, let's go in and type in Unsplash. 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 So type in Unsplash, and when it comes out, it's a black and white icon. When it comes up, you click on it, Unsplash. Unsplash. Have you clicked on Unsplash? So if you click on Unsplash, it's going to launch that plugin. Then you can go ahead and type in any kind of image you are looking for. But sometimes it takes time to load. But for now, I don't want us to type in any image, type in anything or search for anything. Let's just click on where you have all those options there. Let's click on where you have abstract. Let's click on abstract. Okay, let's click on abstract. And I want you to go ahead, once you click on abstract, I want you to go ahead and select any of those images. Once you click on any of those images, it's going to just fill in that screen. Okay. So I'm waiting for you guys to do the same thing. Okay. So this is how to add a background to a frame or a shape. Okay. How to add a background to a frame or a shape. Awesome. Kizito is there. Who else? Daniel, are you having any challenge?
It is still loading, sir.
Okay. So I'm waiting for everyone to be on the same page, okay?
I cannot find Premiere.
Cannot find what?
Image. When I click on the abstract, so I couldn't find nothing tried or saved yet.
When you click on abstract, no image appeared. You didn't see images.
Okay, abstract.
You are going to see some images when you are using that on Splash. Okay, Daniel is there as well. Who else is remaining? I want to be sure we're in the same place. Ayodele, you are the one we are waiting for. Ayodele, are you having any challenge? Ayodele,
Am I missing something? I'm unable to search plugins.
have you gone to the Figma logo?
Yes.
Okay. Did you get to the place where you have plugins?
Yes.
Hello.
I'm already there.
And did you click on manage plugin?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. If
I'm
you've
having
done
challenge
that,
with my network. I'm switching between MTN and
okay, well, that one is network.
Okay.
That is
I'm there.
that's okay.
I'm
Have
there.
you searched for on Splash?
Okay. I don't know what's
UNSPLASH
happening. Okay.
on Splash. Type it inside the search button.
Okay. Okay. My system is lagging.
I think the people that their system is lagging, they are making us take so much time. It's not supposed to take so much time. But remember, from Tuesday, we might not be waiting like this. So Tuesday, I will design, you watch me design, and you will design your own. So I just want us to take time like this so that everyone will be on the same page for now. Okay. On Tuesday, I'll design, then you design. So it's not going to be that I design, I wait for you. If not, this course will take 6 years. I'm waiting for us. Okay, I'm not sure I'm going to wait for Ismail again. Ismail, I'm not sure your network is allowing the plugin to load. Okay, so that's how you add. Okay, so that's how you add the background. Okay, that's how you add the background. So it could be any image you are looking for. You search for it. You can also go to Google, get the image and paste it, or any website at all. Or if the image is already something, maybe they sent you the image via Gmail, you can download it to your system, copy it, select the frame, and paste it. Okay. Now, the next thing you probably want to know exactly how to do is also how to get illustrations. Okay. How do you get illustrations in case you need illustration for a design or some specific assets? So you can still use the So everyone come to Google Meet. Come to Google Meet. So I'll show you people how to get illustrations. Now, if you're on Google Meet, if you want to get an illustration, it's also easy. Now, if you go online and you search for free SVG illustration, you are going to see so many websites, but I'm going to tell you the one I use often. Now, there is this on Draw. There is also this free SVG illustration. I use Free Pick a lot as well. So I go to Free Pick as well. Okay. There's also this other one, but let's just try out this one first. So free SVG illustrations. So if you come in here, you can see a lot of open source so let's click on browse. So I can copy this. So this is for illustrations. I'm pasting that of illustrations. Okay. Illustrations. We have this one for illustrations. So you can see any of this one you want. If you want like this illustration, maybe you are doing something about maybe you are doing like an app. Okay, a website for an app, maybe the completion page or whatever it is you are looking for. You can also search. Okay, you can also search for any type of illustration you are looking for. But let me come back here. You can just click on this and then you download the SVG or copy the PNG. I'm getting it. If you download SVG, it's going to just copy it and then you can see it has downloaded. So you can open it up. You can open it up and then press Ctrl C to copy. Then you can come down to your Figma and then paste it. Okay, you can see how I've pasted this image here. So that is how you get illustrations. Remember, you have this is just on Draw. You also have this free illustration here. You can click on collection. I've not used these guys before, but I use this one a lot. This free illustrations. No, this free pick here. I use free pick a lot. So you can see free pick. You can look for SVG vectors. Any illustration you are looking for here. Okay. Let's say we are looking for which illustration should we use? Let's say we are looking for, I don't even know, I can't think of anyone off heart right now. But if you're looking for illustration, just make sure you're on illustration. If you're looking for images, make sure you're on photos. If you're looking for icons, make sure you're on icons. Also, if you're looking for videos, make sure you're on video in case you want to use a video as your background. Okay, these are the ones you are likely going to use: vectors, photos, icons, and videos. So this is how you get them. Now, what if you also want just icons? You can see there's option for icons here. Okay, there's option for icons here. If you don't want to use that, you can also use let me just copy this and paste it here. Let me go to free pick and let me go to icons. Okay, icons. So for icons, you can still go to free pick icons, and also you can go to icon noir. Okay, this is also where you can get icons from. You can also use flat icons. Flat icons. So this one is actually very popular. You can use flat icons, very icons. All of them, most of them is just copy and paste. Okay, but again, if you want to get all these things without necessarily leaving Figma, okay, that is where the plugin comes in. So if I go to the plugin, Figma file, plug in, and go to manage, I can search for anything I'm looking for. Let's assume I'm looking for illustrations. I can search for illustrations. Okay, so you can see it's going to give you options for plugins you can use to get illustrations. So you can see illustration, there are story set by FreePic, there are a lot of them. I use this one a lot, this story set by FreePic. So you open it up and then you get your illustrations. I'm showing you how to get assets for your design, because everything we're going to be designing we are going to be creating the assets, and then when we are done designing, we now start exporting. Okay, like I said, this Figma we are doing, it's not really for design. We're just doing Figma as developers. So there are some basic things you need to understand when it comes to um, using Figma. Okay, and this is taking a little more time to load. Okay, so you can go ahead and get any story, any illustration you want here. If it is 3D graphics you want, search for 3D graphics. Okay, you are going to see 3D graphics. Let me go ahead and close all these tabs. So whatever it is you want, just go ahead and search for it, and you're going to get. And I've dropped some links that I think will be very important for you to use as references whenever you are designing. Now, before we move to the next thing, any questions so far? Okay, any question? We are almost done with today's class. So before we move to the next thing, do you have any question? Okay, so no question. Now, the next thing I want to show you now is
Yes, sir. I have a question, sir. Before you, yes, sir.
okay, go ahead.
All those images that we are get externally, is it possible for us to edit it, maybe change the color Figma, like the original color?
Yes, you can manipulate images directly in Figma. If you don't have, let's say, Photoshop. So one of the ways to manipulate image colors, if you select the image, you notice that immediately you added this image, it added it to the field. Okay, it added it to the field. So you can open it up and look for the tints. With tints, I can change the hue. I get the tints. I can change the tints color here. I can also change the temperature, right? So by manipulating these elements, let me zoom in. By manipulating these elements, I can change the color, especially the temperature and then the tints. Okay. Now the saturation, you can also reduce or increase saturation. Okay, so you can see it here. But if by changing of color, you want to change the entire color, maybe you want to give it like a green theme here. So you can see it's not that grainy. What I can do is to draw a rectangle on top. And then on this rectangle, I want to make it any color I want, maybe pop green, this green. But I'll click here, and this blend mode, I will change it to color. Okay, you see, this blend mode, I will change it to color. Now, any color I give this shape, it will transfer that color to the design. So this is our original image. You can see the original image, and you can see that we've used this box to change, to colorize it. Okay. Any other question? So just before we move on to this, you people should try this out. Okay, it's always good to practice. So let's try this. Draw a rectangle, give it any color, then change the layer style to color. Okay, draw a rectangle. You know where to pick rectangle, right? So good. Draw a rectangle, not a frame, a rectangle this time around, because this is like a graphics. Okay, draw it on top of your image, give it any color, and try changing the color opacity, the color layer effect to color. Okay, give it any color of your choice. I can see Daniel there. I don't know why I can't see. Okay. Now it won't work if you don't have a picture. Okay, it won't work. You don't have a picture. Okay, make sure, remember, if you are converting where we clicked on to choose that element, to change that color, come to Google Meet and I will show you where we clicked on to see it. So with your color selected, you can see that teardrop that says blend mode. You have to click on it, and then choose color from all the options. Okay. If you don't know where to get it, come to Google Meet. You see where I am. Okay. So you've done it. You click on this teardrop icon that says blend mode. Okay, let me zoom backward now and see. Okay, I think Daniel, you've done it. Awesome. Kizito, I'm waiting for you. Abdurrahman, I'm not sure your
Sorry,
own is going to
blend
work.
mode, then what next, sir?
Choose color. Scroll down to color. Uh-huh. So you can also use this technique to colorize any picture.
I'm unable to get blend mode.
Even if you get it, your own will not work because there's no underlining picture. You know, the question is how
Yeah.
can we change the color of a picture? So
Yeah,
your
there
own
is.
will not work. Is there?
Oh, it's not there.
You don't have any picture. You know, you said the plugin was not loading. Okay, it's like you have a
No,
picture.
it is there. It is there.
Okay, bring back the shape then. Bring back the shape. Control Z.
Okay.
Somebody has deleted my frame.
So am I going to right click?
Someone, everyone do. Somebody that is it to do Control Z? Let's see. Daniel, do Control Z. Someone does deleted visitor screen. It's back. Okay, Abdurrahman. No, Daniel, set it back to color. So Abdurrahman, select that rectangle. Then
Okay.
go back to that place where you have the color. Okay, where you added the color. Okay, go back to that place where you added the color. Click on it.
Okay.
If you come to Google Meet, you see what I'm doing. Then I want you to click on that teardrop icon, the teardrop icon that says blend mode. When you hover on it, you are going to see blend mode. Are you seeing it?
Okay.
Click on it. Then it will bring out a whole lot of options like darken, multiply, plus darken. I want you to scroll down all the way to color. It is second to the last option. All the way to color. Then select color. Abdurrahman, I'm waiting for you.
Okay. I'm almost there. I've selected it.
Have you chosen color?
Yes.
No, okay. I don't know what you did. It's not working now. What you did, is it what I asked you to do?
Exactly. That's what I did.
If you can't say it's exactly, if it's exactly, it will work. Did you see what I did?
Yes, I saw it.
So why is it not working? If I select this color now and click on this teardrop and choose color, can't you see it's working now? I've done it now, it's working.
Yes. So
Now,
my system is kind of
repeat it, repeat. I was the one that did it now. So repeat it yourself. Okay, so it's working now. Okay. Yeah, make sure it's set to color. If you don't set it to color, it will not change the color. But there are instances whereby you might want to use those other ones, like the overlay, the glow, the shine, and everything. So 1 minute or 2 minutes. Let's ask questions. Okay. So remember, I have shown you guys where you can get assets for your design. So what I want you to do over the weekend from tomorrow, okay? From tomorrow, you can just go to YouTube and you type something like how to create a landing page in Figma. Follow the tutorial, design something, design it on this file so that I can see something you've done. Okay. I just want you to get used to working on Figma. So that by the time we start next week, by the time we are designing, you won't get confused. So this is basically everything you need to know as a developer in Figma. The rest of the things you probably want to know is everyone come back to Google Meet. So this one is very important. Okay, come back to Google Meet. Now let's assume I am now to develop this on. I'm to develop this on Webflow. Okay. What I can do is I can select this text and I can activate this thing called developer mode. Okay. I activate this thing called developer mode right here at the top here. You can see immediately I activated developer mode, it changed the color to green. Okay. It changed the color to green. Now, with anything I select now, it's going to give me all the properties I need. Okay. I can see the color code here and I can see the text styles and I can copy it. Okay. So that's one thing you should know. So most of the time you have to copy a lot of things here. And if there are images, these images you probably want to export as assets. So like this image now, this particular image, let me select the entire image, the entire illustrations. Now for this entire illustration, if I want to export it, you can see all the assets. It has shown me all the assets one after the other. You can see all the assets one after the other. So I can download them, or I can easily click on this plus sign and then export. I can export as PNG or JPG, SVG. These are the three file formats you are likely going to export in. Okay, so when you export it, you will now bring it inside Webflow. Remember on Webflow, that place where we have assets. Good. So when you export it, it saves on your system. Then you can now go back to Webflow and import them as what? Assets. Now, sometimes if you export elements, if you export assets from Figma, it might be too heavy and you don't want heavy images on your website so it doesn't slow it down. So one thing you can do is whenever you have an image, okay, you go to the PNG, you go to this website called tinypng.com, okay? So I'm just going to post it here. Let's call this image compression. Okay, image compression. So I'm posting it here, tinypng.com. So you can come in here and drag your images here. So you find out that, for instance, I have this image that is about 2 MB, that house. If I drag it and drop it here, you can see this image is actually 3 MB. Let's see what happens after the optimization. Okay, it's going to help us optimize it. And now from 3 MB, we just have 776 kilobytes. So we can now go ahead and download this image and import it to Webflow. So always make sure you are checking the image sizes when exporting them. Because again, like I said, you don't want your images to be extremely heavy. Now, I hope with this you have enough idea, because I don't want when we start designing. So when you are done, you can turn off the developer mode. Okay, and turn off the developer mode. Okay. So I don't want by the time we come next week, we are still confused on this Figma. So even as we are closing now, if you have time, try typing on this, type something, create a button, create a button. You can do different things. And like I said, check on YouTube. You can check how to design. Just use how to design a landing page in Figma. Then just that one tutorial, just to get your hands used for designing on Figma. And by Wednesday, we'll be creating our design, exporting it, and then on Friday, we'll create our website on Webflow. Okay? Any question?
No, sir.
Okay, awesome. So please, at this point, it's all about practicing, because we are done with any theory. At this point, it's all about practicing. So practice makes perfect. So if you want to get better,
So,
make
yes, I
sure
have a question, sir.
go ahead.
Yes, sir. I don't really get how you explain how to export image to Webflow.
Okay, so if you want to export, because like I said, most of the time the design will be sent to you on Figma. So if you want to export this asset right now, you select it. If you select it, if you scroll down here, you are going to see export. Okay, you are going to see export, and you choose the format you want it. Is it PNG? Is it JPG? Is it SVG? Now, if it's a vector graphics, you obviously want to go with SVG. But then, on Webflow, the free version does not allow you to post SVG. So you might just want to go with PNG. The advantage of PNG is, you see this illustration, but you see that this illustration, there is no image here. It is transparent here. It is transparent. You can see through it. Now, if you export this thing as JPG, if you export it as JPG, all this place will turn to white. Okay, it will close the alpha channel. But if it is an illustration and you need to save the alpha channel, use PNG. So most illustrations you want to use PNG. But then most backgrounds, like this one now, this entire thing here, if you want to export this one, you want to make sure you use JPG, because it's a solid background. If not, if you use PNG, it will also add to the file size. Okay? Do you get it now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, awesome. Any other question? Okay.
Okay, sir. Say using the tiny PNG as
Yeah.
a image compressor,
Yes.
doesn't it reduce the quality of the image? When I thought the quality of the image is actually very necessary when designing or
Yeah, it's very necessary, but you don't also want it to be extremely large. So when you use tiny PNG, this is just like I said, this is like a developer thing. So when you use tiny PNG is actually very popular and very good. So it optimizes it in such a way that it does not take out the quality of the picture too much. But then if you really want to do it yourself, you can consider things like Photoshop, whereby as you are adjusting it, you are seeing it, and you have more control over it. But tiny PNG will always be there. The images will not be too bad. It's actually very popular. Okay.
yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So I'll go ahead and end the recording. So please make sure you come back to this file and practice. Make sure you come back to this file and practice. Okay. See you guys on Wednesday.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.